Welcome to the Real Connections podcast. This is Vocal and MC Broads, and we're doing a music podcast. These podcasts, this is episode 1, and I'm going to try and get everything done in basically an hour and a half. I'm going to keep the live going for as long as I can, but the podcast I'm going to try and cut off at certain bits. So basically, to start us off, I'm going to try and fix that, get a sound going right. I want to get everything proper. I want to get it all working. Alright, cool. The first couple of things that I want to start talking about is music blogs and music history. So these podcasts, this is episode 1, and I'm going to try and get everything done in basically an hour and a half. I'm going to keep the live going for as long as I can, but the podcast I'm going to try and cut off at certain bits. So basically, to start us off, Hip Hop Madness is a channel that I've been suggested to check out.
That's the one that I've been watching.
Yeah, man, there's a lot to uncover on here. One of the things that obviously doesn't sit well with me is the Logic one, because I'm a Logic fan, major Logic fan.
Wait, what do you got?
The Logic tattoo, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
wow.
man, I got the Logic tattoo.
I didn't know about that, eh?
You didn't know?
Nah.
Alright, so...
I got a Wu-Tang, hold on.
Hey, no shit, hey, no shit.
Wu-Tang forever.
That's Mad Dog. I'm getting fucking Seth Century under that. But yeah, actually, to start off, I want to actually, it's not like, I'm not going to do the interview process right now on what your stuff is, but I want to go through a little bit about, like, the EPs that we're working on. So I want to go through yours first, because I've got a little bit to uncover with mine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so hit us up with a bit of what your EP concept is, and do you have any artwork for it?
No artwork for it, but I've been thinking about some sort of comic book design. I guess without giving too much away, the kind of theme of the EP is kind of like an underdog story, and I kind of tried to delve deep into the themes and workings of myself. So, like, what do I like? How am I? How do I feel? What best represents me as a person? So it's like sort of it's telling your comic book story sort of about you, letting people know the concept of MC Broads in itself, basically. Correct, yeah. It takes you on like on a bit of a journey. None of all the songs tell not like a bit of a story, but none of them, like, it's not an ongoing story. Yeah, I know. And they're pretty much chapters of my life. And it kind of tells, you know, like for example, the first song, Sandy Blues, which I've finished, and the rest are all in the writing process still. The first one I wrote like after COVID lockdown, and Sandy Blues. What would that be, like 2019 or like 2020? The most recent one. So what was that? 2021. Yeah, I think it was 21. Yeah, because we didn't have any this year. So it's kind of like the themes are kind of like, without being directly about COVID, it's also just, I guess COVID, I haven't had COVID, but being in lockdown... oh man, it sucks. While Australia was in lockdown, or Adelaide was in lockdown, I guess themes of breaking free kept bubbling up, and I've kind of used that almost as a metaphor to talk about, the main line is like, shake off those sandy blues. Yeah. And when I think of sandy blues, I think of these blue Chuck Taylor Converses. Oh, yeah, that's mad. Yeah, and I think that's a cover art idea right there. That is. But you could even, like, before you, like, because I was thinking of doing the idea myself for my EP, is dropping a couple of singles in the week before it, like, or maybe like a couple of the Fridays before or the Mondays before. So you could even do like that first song as like a little single before, and have that as like a cover art specifically for the single. Yeah, that's what I was intending on doing. Yeah. And I think it just talks about like breaking free, shake off those sandy blues, It's actually like even though it's rap rock and it's heavy, it's actually very without being corny and without being too like cut down. It's kind of like pop friendly. It's accessible, but it's rap rock and it's heavy, and it's like I suppose a lot of my music can come off as depressing and dark and down. I guess
It speaks its own message still, yeah.
yeah, this EP is kind of like I guess the most accessible to a general audience. It's not so dark. The themes are still there. It's still me, but it's a lot brighter and not comical, but the way it's written, like and the way it plays off is almost like cartoony, like the album art I was gonna make and stuff. Like it's very much from start to go its own theme and its own aesthetic, I should say. Yeah, it's very comic book themed.
And when are you what's your sort of release date? Like what's your idea on whenabouts that's going to be for this EP you're dropping?
Well, originally it was going to be late this year, but since I got the whole Hellraiser grant and stuff, that's all been pushed back because I had to focus on that for a while.
Yeah.
So I reckon I'll record the next one. I've got a few projects to wrap up first, like a few songs and bits and ends to like finish up before I can start working on it again, like recording. But I reckon I'll continue the recording process in the next 2 months, and then hopefully by the end of next year. I feel like with the EP, I'm not going to rush it at all, so it's going to be kind of like whenever it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
With singles and tapes and stuff like that, I'll be pumping stuff out constantly. It's just with the EP, I see that as almost like my debut, and I kind of want to, I kind of don't want to rush that at all. I want to be completely happy with it. I want it to be completely coherent from front to back. I want it to be, it's a real passion project. So like I felt like I didn't have to make an EP. Like I could have just kept doing singles and tapes and stuff. But it's like I guess when I think about it, I think about if I never put anything out again. Like if the EP is the last thing I ever make, I want it to be something. Yeah, I want it to stand on its own and be something that means something. So I guess the EP is kind of like
it's your last message, basically.
Yeah, like say that I don't make any more music again. I want it to be like a statement. So
like a legacy.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So I'm not in too much of a rush at all. I'm kind of just playing it as it goes. I feel like when I try and rush it, that's when some like things that aren't of standard might slip in. So I'm trying to keep it all like that's why it's kind of taken so long, because I've made one song, and then, to be honest, like I didn't have writer's block, but I had like producer anxiety. Like I didn't want to, like once I made the first song, it's the best thing I've ever made. So I guess when I had the next song recorded, written and all ready to go, and I kind of held off, even though I was busy at the time and stuff, I still held off kind of like getting that done straight away due to the fact that I didn't want it to slip in quality.
Yeah, you want to finesse it.
Yeah, I hold it to a very high regard, the EP. So the EP is something that's cooking, and it's something I worked on it today. Like I was on it all morning. So like
that's something I like very much. Yeah.
So it's something that's going to be down the road. I guess you might not get it soon, but it's something you can expect to be like my best quality work for sure.
Yeah, also something you should keep it like keep your ear out for and keep an eye out.
Definitely
for like artwork and sort of like little Easter eggs and drops.
Definitely, and sonically, it's actually way different to where I've been. It's actually very instrumental. Like it's very like I sound like a band essentially. Like I actually sound like a band on it. Like which is so dope.
I like that.
So like we're hitting we're breaking new ground with it for sure. So,
that's good, man. I like that, and it's still like an experimental sound. I like that. So like you're still like messing around with different things. So I can't wait to see what each of the tracks like represent, and what like part of them they can be.
Thanks, appreciate that.
That's actually man. I'm hell proud of the work that you've come up with so far.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that heaps. I'm just trying to push boundaries and do my thing. I feel like for ages I tried to fit into a mold that wasn't me. Like and I had writer's block, and I stopped making music because I
feel that a lot. Yeah.
I felt bound by like what the scene was, and I felt like I had to fit in. Now I kind of like, since I stopped giving a fuck, it's become like the music's come more natural, the sound's better.
Yeah, when you don't force yourself, because like I will reference Logic for a lot of these things as well. But one of the things that he was like, I think he said it in a rap, was more, I can't exactly quote for quote the lyrics, but it was more the fact that he's happier now that he's retired out of like the actual industry, and he's doing everything solo, so that he can actually not feel forced to do each of his sounds. Like
no deadlines.
Yeah, there's no deadlines. You don't. If you do give yourself some deadlines when you're starting music, it is a good thing to be able to like learn how to get a good quality sound out quickly. But at the same time, like when you're forced to get certain things out by a label, you sort of you rush lyrics, you rush sound, you rush your quality of the music itself, and then even the PR and like trying to just get out like any sort of promotion at all, like on your socials and all that, you feel like that's a bit rushed as well. Like lately, like that's what I feel like I've been doing. I've definitely rushed a lot of my singles. I've just gotten them out without promoting them properly over this year. It's more so that I can actually like get a catalog of music, so that like people can not just listen to one or two songs. I now have like at least a dozen songs that people can go to my playlist and go, oh yeah, he's got like a decent amount of music. I can listen to like different diverse sounds. It's not all the same type of music, and it's not the same like genre itself. And that's what I'm trying to do with this my latest single, The Concept. I rapped it live, and I did like just my bit, and I did NK47's bit. But the thing was, I felt like the actual open mic was a bit rushed, because we were getting towards the end of the night, and it was sort of like I just had to get it out there quickly. But at the same time, it was a good vibe on the stage. Everyone was bumping, but like at the same time, NK47, because he was rushed on stage, he didn't actually like get to get his part ready. He didn't get to learn what he was doing properly. But the thing with this one, I'm not dropping any songs for August, because I'm working on the video for The Concept. I have two other artists that I have on there, plus I have a singer on there he's actually from the UK, and his name's Benji Mackenzie, and I'm trying to get I actually was going to drop this song this month, but I decided to push it all the way back to October. I know I could have dropped something in September, which I'm going to drop a song, but it's already done. It's just I always keep all my songs under wrap until I get onto the month, and then I drop promos and all that.
I feel you.
Yeah, I like to keep everything like secret. I like to keep
Sitting on Hellraiser was the biggest pain, bro.
Oh man, it would have fucked you up. But
dude,
like,
I had it for nearly a year before.
I mean, like that song that I'm gonna drop in September, I rap live, but still, like it doesn't give you the true element of the song. Like, don't mumble. So like, yeah, it's still like mysterious. It's still kept hidden. I've only like maybe dropped one video on TikTok about it, and I got rid of it real quick because I was like, I want to keep this mysterious, this one. But it's like fair. With The Concept, I sent it off to my mate because he wanted to actually check it out, and he wanted to see what he could do with my vocals. And he's in his like late 30s, so like I think he's had like ear fatigue, because every time that he sent me something, it was a bit loud. So like I'm thinking, and it's the same with a couple of other people I've worked with. Like the stuff that they send me is a bit loud, so I need to I need to mix down. Yeah, I think it's because people work, especially like anyone who works at a desk with their speakers. Because I don't work at a desk. I work at my I work with my computer and my speakers to the side of me and my TV in front of me as my screen. So like I'm sitting comfortable on this couch every time I mix music. I never actually, and I stand up when I go to do my vocals, so I get proper like lung support there. Because you don't want to be sitting down. You're actually constricting yourself quite a bit there.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to The Concept, basically, like, I've been trying to just get the works out for this. I wanted to finesse the song like you were talking about with your EP.
Mm-hmm.
I want to the guy that I paid for a feature in Melbourne, AP West. He actually sent me he just sent me one verse, and it was already mixed, and I didn't have to do anything. That is the type of artistry I like to work with, man. When you pay for your work and they send you something back and it's in first try, done, it's perfect.
Yeah, of quality.
Yeah, perfect. I fucking love that, man. That's the one thing I love in an artist, is when they actually get the quality on the dot. It's ready for earbud. Like, you, fuck like listening to music. Sorry, I got my words mixed up. Fuck listening to music in the car. It's all about the earbuds these days, because everybody listens to earbuds. So, like, when you mix a song, send it to your phone and listen through your earbuds.
Yep.
And even my friend Soap, he did a feature for free. Usually his price is actually $240. It's actually fucking. I'm like, dude, that's mad. Like, I appreciate the shit out of that. And he actually worked on the vocals a couple of times. I told him the second verse wasn't something I liked, but I liked the dubs that he did the second time. So I wanted him to, like, keep that, but with the first vocals, and he mixed it perfectly. So that song's in the works. I haven't come up with an artwork for it either, to be honest. What we're going to do for the video is we're going to hire out a hotel room, and we're going to have, like, champagne bottles and just like throw them everywhere, and, like, just make it a hell, like, sick video. It's going to be so good.
That's cool.
Now, getting down to my EP, I have no idea what I'm going to name it.
How many tracks?
At the moment, if I go in here, I think there's one there. Yeah, there's one there that's in the works, but the rest of them are actually done. Apart from my skit that I'm doing a skit for this one. So I've got a bonus song which is called Demo, which is my first rap that I ever wrote, which I can thank Soap Suds for, which is the guy who's jumped on the concept for free. He is an absolute inspiration. He's the reason why I started writing rap and getting into rap, because I loved rap in the first place when I was like 16. But I only got into it from 16, which is, like, kind of sad. I wish I got into it earlier. There would have been heaps more history for me to learn. But yeah, he got me into, like, properly starting to make raps. That was the first one I did. I did it on my phone, and it came out, like, the lyrics actually came out, like, pretty meaningful. So that's one thing I really loved about it. Now none of these songs are in order. This is just how the folder ordered them. There's Ain't My Job, which is featuring my friend See No Evil. Now it's not featuring him as a like an artist singing or rapping in it. He's in the intro as a news reporter. I really love the skits in this one, because Ain't My Job is basically, the concept behind that is I don't like working, and every time I, like, go and do every time I get a job, I feel like I'm never appreciated for the work that I do. And I do put in quite a lot of work. I know a lot of people do put in quite a lot of work with the stuff that they do, and they don't get appreciated for it. So they would relate to that song 100%, because it's like, this ain't my job. This ain't what I get paid for. Because, like, it's like, man, you're giving me jobs that I'm not, like, it's not in my pay grade. Like,
above and beyond type.
Yeah, you're making me do stuff that I'm not supposed to do, like, or not even, like, qualified to do that specific thing. Or I get left alone to do a lot of stuff, and a lot of people just walk out and fucking, just chill out and do what they want. My another song is Carefree. It's basically, I wish I was careful, but really I am carefree. So it's like, it's just basically explaining that how I am carefree. I'm Tired. It's a freestyle that I literally just did on my phone. I wasn't going to put it in there, but I did put it in there eventually, because I was like, you know what, this is one of the freestyles that, even though fucking is my connecting word, and I say it quite a lot in a freestyle, this freestyle has more words than the word fucking, so
that's fair.
I was like, might as well put it in there.
Everybody's got a connecting word.
Yeah, everyone does, man. My style, now the concept behind this album really is, it's gone from an EP to an album. because I think Spotify is going to count it as an album. But the concept behind it was to sort of be like vinyl days, but I wasn't trying to go for vinyl days. I was just trying to go for connections. So I've been talking to a lot of people on TikTok, connecting with them and collabing with them. And it's not all about getting rappers on there. It's also about getting other people's engineering skills. Now, I like to not tell people what to do. I don't want to like tell them, because if they have a specific style, because I realize my mixing style is a telephone. I like to add the telephone thing to a lot of things. But I wanted to see what this guy Byron, the producer, made, and I let him go free ball on it, and
just see where they take it.
Yeah,
hey?
See what they can do. And when you collaborate with other engineers, it allows you to also work more like you eventually might not even have to pay for their stuff. Like you can just work with them, and you mix their stuff, they mix your stuff, and it sort of works that way. I put another rap skit from See No Evil. He actually rapped in the bathroom and just sent it to me, and I liked a few of the bars in it. Actually, I liked quite a few of the bars in it. It's not in a good flow, but the way that he like comes up with stuff mentally, I quite bump with, man. Like it's something I bump with quite a lot. A song called Reflect. Now, the intro to this, like I'll talk about the intro in a second, but at the start of the intro talking, it's like I've worked on this EP for like for a couple of months, or actually over a year. Is this song Reflect? I worked on those lyrics for quite a long time, and I've spliced and put a lot of lyrics and different stuff together. This song is an old song, but it will feel new to a lot of people because again, I switch a lot of beats. I don't stay on the same beat that I wrote a song on. I end up moving to different beats because I like the sound of it.
Are you buying beats, or you're producing yourself?
No. So I buy beats. Yeah. I've found 3 specific producers that I like on YouTube, and I only go through them. And now I've started finding a few on TikTok. The reason I go on TikTok is because they actually you can trust them because they actually show themselves as who they are. They show the real content. They're not just like putting, or some people just play their beats on there, which I'm like, okay, you're just playing your beat, cool. But I like the people who use their beat in the background and do something. So another guy like Cola himself, in my latest song, Part of My Ego, he actually produces beats through like a Dilla inspiration. So I actually bump with that a lot because that's what Logic goes with. So I had to use that song. I bought a couple of other beats that I'm going to use eventually, but I found a beat that he just dropped that I'm really like fucking with right now, and I'm like, I've got to work with that. And then we've got the intro, which is just an intro to the album. But of course, I've got to rap in every intro. I just can't just fucking talk. I've always had to do it. And then when you said, "Oh, do you make your own beats?" No, I don't yet. Because I want to learn how to sample beats and use it like that.
I've got a sampler if you want to do it together.
Fuck yeah, that'd be good.
I bought a sampler.
I've got a couple of beat pads there, man, so we can just like fucking get the sampler and set it up together and fucking mess around with it all together. That'd be fucking sick, man.
Cool, I'll bring the sampler next time. It's in a big box.
Fuck yeah. I'm keen for that.
Cool.
Oh shit. Yeah, and then the last song is called Untitled 10th of the 5th. So 10th of the 5th would be the date that I made the beat. So we're going to just quickly listen to that beat because it's a beat that I made. I made this. You wouldn't guess where the sample came from.
Where's it from?
Everybody Loves the Sunshine. There's no major drops, but it's got some nice drops to it. It's pretty good.
A little bit funky, but usable.
You want to make a song?
Yeah, dude.
I like my song to it.
Yeah, dude. That's cool. Just the bars would be good for it.
that's just a quick preview of it.
Mm.
It basically goes like that the entire time, but there's like subtle. If you listen with headphones, you hear each of the instruments that I added to it. Because I just made it on FL, and that's what FL is good for. It's just making hip hop beats and all that sort of stuff. Definitely. One song that I'm working on right now, I've actually made the TikTok for it.
Do you concerned about using a period?
We're not going to watch this.
Starting out with something like this.
Please, we're not watching that. That's fucked, man. I hate TikTok sometimes.
I didn't realize you could do it on the computer. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's so good.
That's
You
crazy.
can do it on heaps of things. So I've got this like playing live, and I can still like go on here.
It's nuts.
So I made this with this guy's beat, but we're gonna play the actual full video here.
It's like always, man, you just keep with the trends and you don't understand, man, you just need a connection. If you're seeking some friends and you don't need attention, if you keep me on the side, then I'll think you extend. I hope I leave it with expression, yo, I seem to take the tension on the seed that I've been spreading. I'm leaving all the stressing. To tell you the truth, the fight was coming up, bro, it's not my problem, my dude. You just need to grow some nuts, the problem started with you.
Yeah, I'm fucking so. And that's another one where I use transitions a lot. So I'm obviously working with TikTok. You work with a lot of transitions. So yeah, that was the EP. I'm still coming up with a name for it. But the concept was trying to connect a bunch of artists together. So I'm going to be like, even if they mixed it, produced the beat, or just jumped on the song, they're going as a feature. So that's why I was like, I've been trying to hit you up for a fucking song, because I was like, even if I get you on there and it's just a feature, it's not to take anybody's fans. It's to basically go, I don't just work by myself. I'm not a selfish prick who just like, I understand you need support and you need to work together. You can't just go straight up. You have to be able to go to side to work with everyone on your level. So like, for the rest of this year, I'm going to be doing all of my mixing and all of my producing and everything that I do for other artists for free. I'm not going to charge anybody for the rest of this year. And then at a certain time next year, I'm going to start figuring out what my worth is on music, because I've got all the professional equipment for it. So I might as well start charging people. I paid $300 for fucking FL Studio, so I might as well. I paid $80 for my my recording equipment and all that. I paid paid $400 for my mic, $400 for the speakers, and I paid for to make the sound actually soundproof in this room. So I might as well actually charge people, but it's not till the end of the year, because it's like this is the first year that I actually started producing music and dropping music and just making a name for myself in general. Now quickly, this is not going to look very pretty, but we're just going to have a look at all the we're just going to have a look at the chat, because obviously they're not very happy with being ignored, and we're not trying to ignore them. We're just talking about a lot of our EP stuff. So yeah.
He's missing and he looks what?
This bloke on the left looks like Ben Chris Holm. That's you, bro. Apparently you look like
Chris Holm is.
Yeah, we'll look that up in a second. He's he's an Australian who's missing. Maybe it is you, bro.
Maybe he's a missing person.
Are you missing, bro?
Dude, I'm just in your basement as a missing.
Can you see
person.
the chat or not, man? Yeah, we can see the chat. Sorry. No wonder you got 2 views. You ain't talking to anyone in your chat. All right, man. With long hair, Google. Oh yeah. Google him.
Ben.
Google him. Check him out.
How do you spell it? C-H.
Yeah. Kiss Holm.
Chris. Is it Chris? Chris Holm.
Kiss Holm.
Missing person.
I might as well just hold it like this for a bit and just talk like this. I'll hold it the other way so I'm not
22 years old. Photos loading. Far from it.
Maybe.
As if.
Maybe. Oh, I
Wait,
got no viewers.
somebody
at the
called
moment.
000. This guy's holding me down in his basement.
No shit.
Making me record a podcast.
Shit.
That's funny.
Oh no. Alright, so to get back into the podcast, I'm gonna put the camera so it's like a better angle so we can actually just get the two of us like this. Right, it's not gonna work like that. Oh, that's a heaps better angle. Why the fuck was I doing it the other way?
Not bad.
Why was I doing it? Now I can see the comments better and I can see if people join now.
Sick.
Alright, cool. So next we're gonna go into I'm gonna quickly go what's poppin' on underground hip hop at the moment. So I've actually got quite a few hip hop pages that I'm a part of on Facebook. And
I'm in those.
I know that shit.
A lot of people are just idiots in it though.
Yeah, I've realised
A lot
that.
of it's just chumps. That guy from fucking Dr. Phil. Have you seen him in those?
Yeah, dude, I've seen that.
Tony.
shit.
Oh my god. The dude from Dr. Phil up in
What
those.
groups am I in?
He loves it.
We're just gonna go up and coming artist page promotion. So we'll see what's going on in there at the moment. I want to see actual. I want to see actual posts. No.
Are you talking like local Adelaide? Are you talking anything or anywhere?
Let's go. Let's actually look up a specific page. Hip Hop Adelaide.
There's been a few recent drops, like from Adelaide. Sam Paul just dropped his album.
Oh, actually, let's talk about this guy. His name's Jaywave. I'm going to be making some music with him soon. And my mate NK47 made a song Magic with him. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow on another podcast and live video.
Nice.
But basically, it's going to be So Jaywave. Let's see some of the stuff he's doing. Next Friday, he's performing. Which is one of the things I'm going to be going to, and we'll get that up as well on Facebook. If I can find Jaywave. Our followers, I want to go follow him. Jaywave. Yeah, so Jaywave, he's another Adelaide Australian hip hop artist who doesn't create just normal hip hop. Now, I'm gonna say something that's very controversial right now, and it's gonna probably piss people off. Yo, what's going on, man? Yo. Welcome to the podcast. This is the Australian Hip Hop Real Connections podcast. We're basically just talking about all different topics, and we just went through our EP. We're going to be dropping this on our Facebook page and YouTube pages, and I'll put some. I wonder if I can actually go straight into the comments. I don't know if I can go into the comments.
I'm not sure.
Nah, but yeah, if you look up Focal Lens on Facebook, and then go just basically Focal Music, I have a page up, and I'll be putting up I'll be putting all of my podcasts on here, and then I've also got a YouTube channel called Just Focal. Not Just Focal, but it's Focal, and I'll be putting all my podcasts on there. But basically, yeah. To get into what was I saying? I think. Oh yeah, no, I've got it in front of me. Cool. That's the good thing. All right, so to get into Jaywave's thing, we were at a open mic at the the Broadcast Bar. Thank you. We're at the Broadcast Bar, and it was held by the Elements.
Oh, I saw myself.
Where?
Down the bottom.
Oi! Yeah, we'll get into that soon. Oi. Yeah,
there's a link as well.
We'll get into that one. I can't wait to get into that. So we're going to be going through quite a few bits.
Let me just set that one back up. Set that bad boy. Alrighty. So going to Jaywave. I'm trying to find the hip hop Australia thing that's up at the moment. I think it's on Jaywave's page.
Hip Hop Australia, is it a page or?
No. I think it's like oh no, it's hip hop moves or something, Oz moves or something.
Oh, Adelaide Moves.
Adelaide moves.
Ah, yeah, I've played those shows.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing one next Friday.
Nice.
So that's gonna be a really good show, guy.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah, so Adelaide Moves is doing a show next Friday. I think it's like it's $16 pre-sale ticket, and then like $20 at the door. I'm gonna pay the $20 at the door because I can't be fucked. But yeah, it's like next Friday. They're officially 1 week away from another night of banging hip hop right here in Adelaide. Come join us at the Rob Roy Hotel on Friday, August 12th for some seriously good vibes. Tickets are available, $16 online, $20 at the door. And my friend Jaywave is going to be performing. I don't know what songs he's going to be performing, but lately he's made us a couple of good songs. And one of the songs that he's performed was Magic with my friend NK47. I played it on repeat for like 3 days, man. It's actually not a bad song. It's not even a song that I normally vibe with. So Jaywave is an upcoming artist in Adelaide. I think he's actually done a couple of interviews with a few people. He's got about 8,400 and a half followers on Instagram. And he's basically, he does like a melodic type hip hop. It's not your normal type of Australian drill. It's one of the things that I'm getting sick of. It's quite, that's what I was going to say. This is going to be quite controversial. Not a lot of people are going to like what I say, but I'm getting sick of the hip hop Australian scene. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, this is the new sound. No, it's not. Aussie drill kind of fucking sucks. It all sounds the same. I've said it in one of my raps. A bunch of you sounded the same. You're kind of like similar clowns. And I'm just getting over the whole the whole Australian scene of hip hop is, if you don't sound Australian, so you won't be respected by them. I won't be respected by them. My friend NK won't be respected. Jay won't be respected. I'm talking about like fucking golden era records. Anything lower than that as well. People like Alex Jones won't like respect us and all that sort of thing because we don't sound like the Australian drill, it's
not even drill. It's just like Australian.
Yeah, just having that, like, using your accent, as your main, rapping point.
I heard them call it, I can't remember where I heard it, but this whole new movement that even includes Adelaide artists, I heard them call it, gutter rap, whether they want to call it that or not. But, it's clearly not drill, but it's not boom bap.
No.
And it's not trap. It's
it's in between, and it doesn't fucking sound right.
Yeah, it's in between, and they've been calling it gutter rap. But yeah, it's raw. Like the whole point of it is it's raw and it's brutal. And I guess if you don't fit that sort of mold, good luck getting anywhere, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. That's because it's like they're trying to showcase basically why Australians, what Australians have been doing, how the hard life has been, growing up with crack addict parents or alcoholic parents, or going to school with fuck all to eat or some shit like that, or going home and getting beaten. It's or doing criminal activity, getting in gangs. It's not all of us have done that, so it's we can't relate to it.
We're not gonna have that perspective.
No.
Yeah.
My friend Scott, he will actually have that perspective because he's gone through that sort of thing. My cousin's gone through that sort of thing. But I stayed away from it. Now, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon, but I didn't exactly grow up hard. I was in between that, where I was living just above poverty, I reckon. So it was just you wore the off-brand school clothes, the ones that were just the green shirt, and you wore the trackies to school, and you had an orange and a sandwich for lunch, and that was it. that was basically like I didn't. Yeah, I can say that I lived like a pretty rough life. Like I went through some like court stuff as I went through life, and I can maybe like talk about like how I had my experiences with like how shit my dad was as a parent, and I can go through that. But it was never like I can't just say, oh yeah, my parents like beat the shit out of me all the time, and like I saw drugs because they kept me away from that. It's not I can't rap like gutter rap, so it's like yeah, and I have a vibe off you that you didn't go through the same thing either. Yeah, so you didn't grow up like rich or like with a silver spoon, but you still didn't grow up like happy as fuck, man.
I guess the way to like put it is our struggles were different. We struggled in different aspects of things, while those problems are more like who's to say who's worse, but like in terms of like everybody has their own struggles. No matter who you meet in life, they've had this backstory that's fucked up. Like, and there's so many different circumstances that different people have been under. It's just what I don't get is how people can be artists. People can be artists, but they can't have like this. They can't understand different perspectives.
Yeah, my G. Yeah, I completely understand that one, man. It's like we feel like our perspective is definitely it's not the hardest, but it's just not
like how could you be an artist but then disregard everybody else's point of view? But I've just a thought on that. I think part of that is like in the mentality of hip hop as well, because hip hop's competitive and hip hop's this and that, and it's braggadocious and all this. I think like the attitude of hip hop, even though that's great, and like the competitive edge is what grows scenes and brings things forward, but also the competitive edge of hip hop can also lead to like tall poppy syndrome and discriminating against this and that, people not liking each other, different perspectives not being accepted. Like it's both good and bad for it. Yeah, I completely understand that, because it's like that's another thing I was like meaning about how like they won't let us in, like just like, oh, you haven't been through the same stuff, and that's another thing I was worried about with being able to write lyrics as well. I never thought like before my friend Soap actually went, dude, you don't have to write about struggles, you can write about anything. I was like, oh, okay. Because like most of the time, like I'm gonna use Complete as an example, because most of the time he's a Perth rapper, and he raps about his struggles a lot of the time, or he raps about hard stuff, and I'm gonna use Complete as I grew up listening to people that were around Complete, people that he's rapped with. I listened to him when I was growing up, maybe like 17, 18, 19. And eventually I've gotten sick of that sound, because as I've gotten older, I've realized it's all the same sound. Like if I go through any of your playlists, any of your music, your stuff doesn't all sound the same. I can go through each song and it's individual. And it's the same with mine. It's the same with Logic. It's the same with like good sounding artists. I'm feeling like the Australian scene is just people complaining about their struggles, and it's like that's not a way to get through your shit. Like you can rap about it a couple of times, but fucking once you start whining, no one wants to listen. That's what I feel like it is. It's like they're whining. Also, it's like there's a difference between talking about problems on a track and artistically, like there's a difference between saying things on a record and communicating them to an audience. There's a big, like you could say, like you can talk about mental health issues on a track, but until you can artistically build a song around it and have a thought-provoking message or a reason to engage an audience, then there's not really like, it's not really, it comes to a point where it's not really art. Sorry. No, you're good. It comes to a point where it's not really art, it's more, like you can talk all the shit you want on a track, but if you're not communicating it to an audience in a interesting, thought-provoking, creative way that's not keeping people around, then like you pretty much are just complaining on a track. And I know that like you can just rap and get it out for yourself, like rap and get that off your chest, that's fine. But if you expect to like have listeners and stuff, you've kind of also got to like at least a tiny bit cater towards an audience and have something real to say. Like you're saying the words, but what does it mean? Like, what are you meaning behind it?
Going into like how like the human mind works, sort of. Like after about 8 seconds of a beat, this is just a beat. This is not lyrics. After about 8 seconds of a beat, people get bored of a sound, right? So like you want to be able to switch it up. You want to be able to keep that sound going. And it's the same where like if you're rapping about like the same stuff, you let's say you want to rap about something relatable. So you write a song, but you still want to have like punchlines. You want to have stuff that hooks people in. You want to have like stuff that switches all of a sudden. Like you don't just want to keep the same flow all the way through the thing. And that's how you get your message out at the same time. Is like you've got to make something that's catchy but still relatable and sends that message, because it's. There's a finite where people these days don't give a shit about much. They will scroll past a lot of stuff. So you've got to make it catchy. So that it's another like that's where the 8 seconds comes into. Like I've made quite a few songs where I've tried to make something catchy. Like my song Godly. The way that I made it, the way the beat, when I found the beat, I was like, this is a very catchy beat. If I rap some lyrics that are like very poppy, but like pop rappy to it, like I'm still rapping my flow, but when I do the actual the hook for it, it doesn't come off like it's rappy. It comes off more like it's just a catchy like hook that you can like sing to yourself. So I think I've caught a lot of people actually singing it. I'm like, it's a good feeling when you catch other people.
Like how I look at making music is I'm trying to build a soundscape. So if you listen to my song Dear Jay, there are some comments I think. If you listen to my song Dear Jay,
what's going on? Thank you.
That song tells like the tragic story of my mate passing away and me dealing with that. And to convey that message, I've got like what's the saddest instrument? Like violin. So I've got like violins.
100%.
It's a violin trap beat with sad melodic like flows. So I think part of being an artist isn't just wordplay and like stees and a verse and stuff. It's building the soundscape. And I think that's something that like a lot of people forget. Like they get a beat off anywhere and then they rap on it and they wonder why it doesn't resonate. But you've kind of got to like, it's more than your bars. And I think that's why rap can be a lot of people do like just rap their bars and then expect to be successful. But really like there's so many elements to it. Like it's not just cadence, flow, bars. It's like vibe. It's melody, it's key, it's instrumentation, production, mixing, mastering, marketing.
I'll give an example. One song that always resonates with me is Logic's Independentartist. I'm not always looking out for the when I listen to the vocals. I am looking for in-depth all the little instruments that work in your brain and work in your ear. It's like working with magic, basically. Like when it hits a certain serotonin level in your brain, it like that's what I love about music. It gives you a certain emotion depending on what you listen to, what song you listen to. Like I'm pretty sure like I was at work and I was just listening to like some happy songs, and all of a sudden my playlist went sad and I started feeling like hell depressed. Then it changed back to happy and I was like hell good. And it's like, see, music changes you all of a sudden. It's just such a crazy thing. Like,
I think as well, like people diss artists like Pump and Ski and all that shit, but when you really boil it down, it makes you feel good. Like it doesn't matter. Like
it's the way they flow.
Yeah, it's just the soundscape and like I love Kanye West. I'm a massive Kanye fan, and what I've learned from Kanye is he has bars to an extent, but he is in no way like some kind of lyrical.
Nah, he's got a vibe, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's built the he's a producer first, so he's built the soundscape around it. He's built the song from the ground up, and the lyrics are almost like the final touch. If you listen to Graduation, I can listen to that album every day of my life, and it's very aired out words. There's massive gaps in the flow is so choppy, and the flow could be anywhere, and it's just there's almost like no rhyme or reason to it if you listen to it for the first time. But it's the way it makes you feel. So I think the genius of Kanye is he's an innovator, and even though it's not bars first, like he really builds the vibe of the track, and that's what gets you hooked.
Can you see how the first thing was yours?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
I liked that.
How good that feels. Like.
We sort of
Yeah,
talked about
see,
that after.
that's cool. Yeah, nah. I'm thinking. I actually just figured out for the podcast. I reckon the way that it will work more for us is if for each episode it is a specific fucking genre that we're talking about. I realize you can't just like change over like multiple things. I'm trying to find a specific song. It's probably on my phone. There's a song that like got like Kanye off the ground a little bit more, and it was such a good song. It was like
an early.
Yeah, it was a very early one.
Like Through the Wire.
Nah.
What album are you thinking?
All Falls Down.
Oh yeah, that was the second album.
That was a mad song. I love
Actually,
that.
that's first album, but not. Yeah.
Nah.
Not first song.
So now quickly, I'm gonna go through like 3 drill songs, and I reckon they're all gonna sound the same. Just off the bat with having them in the background. But when I stop
Australian or
yeah, Australian.
Put on Threats by what's his name? Something Bad Man. Snow Bad Man. Yeah, you go. Yeah, first one.
Oh, I got a rose. That's cool. Alright, so before we play that one, I'm gonna play the first 3 ones.
Take it away, I'm a baby, but I still don't give a fuck because it's who it's made me. Running this bad trade with heaven, now I move it 24/7. All those years I lived on Devon, enough money now it feels like heaven. My mother said money doesn't grow on trees, but yo, he's a buddy, you heard of these? Okay,
this is what I mean, like, there is no competition.
Keep my ass when thought I was ready.
That's not very well done.
I'll probably be dead. Woke up night.
I'm not gonna actually keep
That sounds like a rant. Like there's almost no music in that. Where is this guy?
I don't know what the fuck. Oh, it's the same guy.
Oh man.
This trap while spitting out a raps. Random listen to that and all that other crap. I'm loyal to the end, I'll never ditch no friends.
This is the intro off the beat. This isn't even the beat yet.
For one another, we don't design the cover. Got that bag slung into my shop.
I don't even know what that was. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
he was rapping on the like first 4 bar, like the
intro, like.
dun, dun,
God damn, bro, let the song play.
Yeah, that's funny as like you gotta learn where to come in.
Alright, Snow Bad Man. Now what's going on? This is Threats by Snow Bad Man.
This is Western City
Give no
Drill.
fucks how what the beef is. When I say them lads, how can I leave it? Think I'm a late nigga, you're dreaming. I pray to God every day that I see them.
Technically, you're fine a little bit.
On that. No face, no
A
case,
little
no
bit
comment.
true.
With me, officer swear, I promise.
drill
Thing is
flow.
behind my back and cross them. Anything that I said on the track, lad certified as a fact. Yes, I just got up at the max. Free 2 more, whole gang at the max. Keep back lazy, issue my niggas. You want dramas, you must be tripping. Do
I
your
actually fuck
homework.
with this.
Yo, mates, man, pass me that lighter for a sec real quick.
This is what I mean though, it's gonna sound the fucking same, I reckon. I'm just gonna go like 3 songs, and then fucking it's gonna sound the same.
They calling for beef, I'm a murderer, more swear to God, I'ma kill some. At your doorstep with a pump, bang bang, leave your body all turned up. I'ma drive off, blowing smoke from a blunt from my eyes like the blood marks. Rally off in the backseat, don't talk, my little pump, hustle hard for me. What happened to today's man, never back.
Essentially, it's the same, besides the flow and the cadence. Yep.
Menace.
That's the same. You can put both Badman on that, it'll just sound the same.
Asking where the cash at, fat stacks, yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Back to the last one.
Fuck jacks, catch a...
I don't care where the beef is. Same song. I don't care where the beef is.
You wanna be rapping but fucking do crap and then fucking... Yeah, sort of.
You wanna hear good drill? MC Rhodes.
See, Mercs one.
Mercs one.
Actually, another thing people are talking about is that how I've blended drill with metal.
All that's rolling in a stolen Commodore. One lets it to the others, yo, let's go and roll the score. So they all agreed and then they stopped the
It's
show.
the most
and one
Aussie
popped the
beat I've
boot.
ever heard.
It's just
Like,
compared to, like, if I go get Jaywave. Yeah, I know.
Like that fucking Aussie, like.
Like, if I... Now, this is Magic by NK47 and Jaywave. So if I played this
Jaywave,
is
I
like...
know him.
This is Jaywave. He's a good guy.
I haven't met him.
I've met him. He's fucking... NK's actually not bad at singing. Except for the auto-tune.
It's cool, man.
Man, I make it up there just like magic. Yeah, like magic. Yeah, like magic. My music turn up and it's blasting. And it's blasting. And it's blasting. Don't you? I got that vision, you see. I'm all about that money. Rapper lifestyle for me. My whole style is on fleek. No distractions. Yeah. Let's make them know that yeah, ain't the savage. You just drop a song, shake a wind, top of plastic. I'll stay on here. And no hats, man.
Hell yeah.
That's the vibe.
Hell yeah.
Alright, how long have we got now? We're about 56 minutes in, so I'm just going to do this last little bit. This last little segment is going to be just like a little interview on you, basically. So we're going to see what's happening in the world of MC Broads. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about basically how you started, where you started, what got you into rap, and we'll go from there. So yeah, basically what got you into rap and what made you, because obviously you didn't start with the experimental side of like the what was it, the rock, it's like a hip hop rock sort of like vibe genre, but you started out mainly hip hop. So like where did it all begin basically?
So when I was a kid, maybe like 10 years old,
I appreciate that, man.
I already liked.
Much love.
I was already into like rock music in general. Like I loved just guitar-driven music. But when I was about 10, 11, or 12, one of those, I found Eminem. I think Eminem, one of those years, I might have been 11 or something. I don't know. Eminem put out Recovery when I was a kid, and I fell in love with that record. And from there, the next couple of years. You know, you find Eminem when you're a kid, and then you find like Snoop and Dre and Tupac and Biggie, and you pretty much, I went all the way back as far as I could learn about and discover all the music, and then I started going forward and finding all the newer stuff.
Yeah.
And in the course of a few years, I became the biggest hip hop nerd. I'd like studied the culture. So by the time early high school rolled around, I was this like shaved head, sneaker, like wear a jacket, like hip hop everything, like
yeah, I like that.
Gets my ears pierced, like 2 earrings, shaved head, like blue jacket over my school uniform. Like I was this little hip hop nerd, and I loved it so much. And then I think when the new like 2016 sort of rolled around, and like when the new wave of like melodic, before it became like, now it's a bit like all the same. But when that first melodic wave started coming through, I was obsessed with it. And I hadn't made music yet. I'd written raps in high school, but I hadn't actually gotten to making music until I think the first time I recorded, I was 17 or 18. But So it's been a long journey, but I think I was just listening, and I was a massive hip hop head. I was writing in class in school. I was writing full songs, like chorus, verse, like hook, like intro, outro, like full, like 3 freaking verse tracks. Like never rapped them out loud. Like I would just write every single day. And then when I left home, had like a rough patch in my life, mental health wise, housing wise, life wise. I was writing real heavy, and I think, and I wanted to, because I didn't finish high school, I went back to do high school, but I did this program at NSS called Hip Hop School.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much like a roundabout way of getting your English credit through writing raps, which is the loosest thing. And I didn't get my, English credit through it, because it's like pretty hard to like get your English credit through rap. It's a bit of a like, not a myth, a bit of like, it's a bit of fuckery really, like how are you going to do that kind of thing. But that's where I
it was
first...
like, can you like, I think it was more like people don't look up the true meanings for stuff when they're young. They just use certain words. Yeah,
and it was kind of like, like, how are you going to get your English credit for this? But anyway...
You don't use like punctuation or anything.
Nah, it's bullshit.
You just write it down.
It's like the stupidest way to ever get you into rap. But at the same time, it got me into rap, and I loved it anyway, and I loved recording myself. Put out a couple songs with my mate, and we were like a duo. Those songs are like wiped from the internet. But
Nardwar will find them.
Who?
Nardwar.
Oh, he will.
He will find them.
He'll question me on them one day.
He will. He'll be like, so where do these come from? Like, fucking what? Where'd you find that?
Oh man. And then so like started doing that, and then my mate wanted to produce, and he didn't want to rap anymore, so I was like, alright, I'll rap and you produce. And
That's sick.
We were recording on like shitty programming at his house down at Gula, and from there I stopped working with him because I moved further away, and then I started writing full songs and recording them at NSS for $100. And then shortly after that, I like took a break, and I didn't really like. I was like, right now I'm constantly making music. My whole life is about music. But back then, when I was 18, I had shit going on, and I was I'll probably do 4 songs a year, 3 songs a year kind of thing, and put them out. It's like you start slow, and then it got to the point where I started doing music videos, putting out songs, like doing my thing. And I hit this real bad depression phase, and I didn't make music for almost a year. And then when I came back to it, it didn't feel right. Like, I was like, fuck, like, this doesn't feel natural, like, making raps anymore. Like, I was like...
hip-hop didn't feel like normal. So is that when you went into, like, your experimental stage?
Pretty much, and I started fucking around with, I went into, like, before rock, it was, like, heavy trap. Like, I found...
Yeah, I found there were a couple of weird songs. Hamish sent me one, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know which ones you mean, but maybe What's Goody or something like
that?
No.
There was this one where you were singing in it.
Happy Ending?
I think so.
Yeah, Happy Ending.
It was like, it was completely off your normal stuff. I was like, wait up.
Yeah, so Happy Ending was the start of, like, fucking around, experimenting, and it went into this heavy trap. And I think what I noticed and what I wanted was I wanted to be more, like, I hated minimal production. I wanted loud, over-the-top, dramatic, character-driven production.
I know what you mean.
And then...
Boom Bap is so good for that.
Yeah, and then I think once I found guitar-driven... What?
Boom Bap rock, dude.
Yeah.
That's like 2 loud fucking things. That's 2 loud genres together.
That's essentially what the EP is. Without
that's fucking...
I'll play it for you after.
Oh,
yeah, and then I moved into guitar-driven music, and I guess I'm still in a point of experimenting, but where the guitar-driven stuff has taken me in terms of success and in terms of enjoying music and in terms of wanting to make more music is tenfold compared to like when it was rap. I'm still a rap nerd. I still love rap. I still make rap music. Like I still put out completely.
But there's more like passion and compassion in it as well.
That's right. I still put out hip hop tracks every now and then, but the rap rock is where my that's my niche.
I know what you mean. Like yelling at them. Like for some reason, even if like I'm using dubs like that, I'm lowering them, yelling at the mic feels fucking like expressional. Expressional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I can use it, if that's the right word.
And I'm not the strongest singer in the world, but on a like over a guitar, dude, I can like pull off things that I probably wouldn't without the guitar. And also like yelling and singing and like being like that sort of punk sort of vocal mentality is like a lot more natural for me as well.
Yeah.
So like it's pretty much me finding my sound, and I'm still developing my sound at the moment, but I'm finding different ways to blend rap and rock, and I'm absolutely loving it, and the success I've had from it is awesome, and I hope it continues from here. Like I just put out Hellraiser, and that's probably the best thing I've put out so far. The way like everything about that song is just my like, it's like my baby, that song. I was lucky enough to win a artist development grant for that.
So we're gonna go into a bit of that.
Yeah,
actually.
for
sure. I think to start us off, what should we talk about with Hellraiser? Should we just play the song off the bat and just like let people hear like a 15-second clip of it?
Yeah, we can play that.
Aye.
Might have to be longer than 15 due to...
I was about to say like 15 seconds of live vocals.
Yeah.
Actually, this is like, I use this when I like fucking
You wake up with the flavor. They talk that shit, that's gas, that's vapor. Better pray to your savior. Look up in the sky, I will see you later. I've got my paper. Stay true to the game, cause I ain't no faker. They say love thy neighbor, but I can't trust you, no Hellraiser. Ain't no Hellraiser. I've been through hell and back and later. Little put track. Got the devil to help me rap at. Make hella cash. Just sit back and count my stacks and I can relax. I head for the hell, put hell on the map. These MCs whack. They talking shit but think it's facts. They speaking cat, but we can see make a healthy snack. Quit making tracks. I'll be singing till my lungs collapse while you relax into your boring life and trap.
Yeah, so that's Hellraiser. Go listen to it on Spotify. Go look up MC Broads. That is EMCE Broads, BRODZ.
Yeah, one word.
Because like I remember when I was actually trying to look it up the first couple of times, I like typed in MC.
Yeah, I changed it.
Yeah. So like go check out Hellraiser. It's on Spotify, and I'm pretty sure you've got it on everything else as well, like Apple Music.
Correct. Yep.
It's probably on YouTube Music as well if you have if you don't have Spotify or Apple Music. But yeah, go check out MC Broads on all the socials.
Yeah.
He makes some pretty good music, and it's at the moment it is experimental, but fucking every experiment that comes out at the moment is fucking fire, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm not even kidding, dude. So to go into a little bit, I found a little bit of a blog from. Oh yeah, I remember actually one thing that I was quite excited about is you jumped on stage with JK47 and opened for him. That was exciting, man. That was fucking some good stuff.
That was like one of the greatest days of my life.
Yeah,
actually,
talk about that.
Oh dude, it was. So Northern Sound System were running a competition.
Yeah.
And you had to send in your music, and if they liked you, you got to open for JK47 and Arno Faraji for their Adelaide show.
That's amazing.
Yeah, dude, it was. Oh, dude, I sent my music in, and I was like, oh my god, what if I get it? And then they said they were announcing it on the Thursday. The gig was Saturday. They said they were announcing it, or was it Friday? Something like that. They said they were announcing it on a certain day, and that day rolled around, and didn't hear from them. So I was like, fuck, I haven't got it. And I was so upset, and I went to work the next morning, and I'm just chatting at work, doing my thing, and I go on my work break, and I turn on my data on my work break, and I'm tagged in a bunch of posts. I've got all these followers coming through. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go into it, and Northern Sound System, without even messaging me, have like put up the poster with my name on it, and it said introducing MC Broads to the show.
Oh,
I was like, oh shit. And then I got a message from them about an hour later, and it was like, bro, your music's sick. Here's the lineup. You're on. 20-minute set. Get ready. Let's do it. And then, so I pretty much had a day to prepare my set. So luckily, like, my boss actually sent me, like, because my boss was invested in, like, what I was doing, and my boss was keen on, like, supporting me. So my boss actually sent me home early to, like, go work on my set and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Which is so cool. And then I went home, organised my set, practiced. Next day came around, I had it off, which was lucky. And then I got to like rehearse all day, advertise the show, and then be there. I met JK. He's a beautiful guy. He was a lovely man. I talked to him about all sorts because I've been following him for a while.
Yeah, JK's doing a lot, man. I've been watching him.
Artist of the Year 2020 or 2021. I think it's 2020.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude, crazy artist.
I'm pretty sure it was the artist take or something. There was like what was it?
The Triple J thing?
No. It was like every artist does like a like and passes it on to the next one.
Oh, Rapper Tag.
Yeah, Rapper Tag.
Yeah, his
Rapper Tag was absolutely mad, dude. I loved it.
Yeah, dude, and I met him and I got to hang out with him for a bit, and then Arno Faraji was cool too. Played my show. I was first up on the lineup. Super nerve-wracking. People were like coming through the door when I first started playing, but by the time like I was a couple songs in, everybody was in, and I had like a full audience, which is nuts. Had a full crowd. It was one of the most nerve-wracking things ever, but it was so dope. Yeah, played my set, and it was different. I did a full rap rock set besides the show, which was a song. Like I started the song because like you can't play a gig and not open your set with the song called The Show, and it says sit back and enjoy the show.
Exactly. You cannot. It's like a little intro.
Oh, dude, it was dope.
That
was such a cool idea. And then I went into a straight rap rock set, did the rap rock set, got off stage, got nothing but love, and then I got paid for it as well. Got a couple $100 from NSS for it.
That's nice.
Absolute dream. And the photos came out great. Oh, dude, that day I was living like in heaven for that day, man. That was the coolest day of my life.
Yeah, because I was seeing all over your Insta and all over your Facebook. Like you had all like the photo shoot days.
Yeah.
And like every time I saw you at TDP, like you always like updated me on what you were doing.
Yeah.
And So how did they reach out to you exactly?
NSS.
No.
Oh, CO.
CO, yeah.
Cool. So the CO program is what we funded Hellraiser with. So pretty much what CO do is they find local artists and they fund for them to do a full release, like as if they were a label for you. So they put you out, they put out your song like it's through a label. That's how I've gotten onto blogs. Yeah. That's how I got Triple J. That's how I got a bunch of shit like that. So they put out your song for you as if they're a label. How I got onto them, so I think I've known Dan, who runs that program, who partly co-runs that program at NSS, for maybe like 5 years. He's in a band, Towns. A lot of people know Towns.
Yeah.
And Aston, the other guy in Towns, has been my homie for a long time as well. And when they started doing CO in 2019, I applied. Didn't really get anywhere. Didn't have a song for it. The songs I was applying for CO with back then were nothing compared to what I'm putting out now.
Yeah.
This is before I went rap rock. So was consistently applying for grants and stuff through NSS. Didn't really get anywhere with them. And then about November last year, I just recorded Hellraiser. The month before, I think I recorded Hellraiser in September. And late September, so I just recorded Hellraiser, was so stoked on it, was like, I got to apply for CO.
So it's all, like, everything's all ready, except for, like, photos and album pics, like, single
We
pics,
remixed it.
Okay.
We went and remixed the song, because the original mix for Hellraiser they wanted to update. So we went back and had a professional work on the song prior to, I obviously left the studio in September with a certain thing, and then they further improved it from there.
Yeah.
And then, so, we cleaned it up and, redid some parts and, fixed it all up. Made it of, the highest quality it could possibly be through them. And then late November I applied and they said, send us the music, we'll see what we can do. Sent them the music, Christmas rolled around, didn't really hear from them. They had some COVID setbacks. They started putting out music again for other artists. I kept applying and I didn't really hear from them, and I was in talks with them about possibly doing it. They liked the song. I was like hopeful. I was like, for about 3 months, I was waiting for the yes, for the yes or no. And I was like, oh my God, I'd go to work every day and be like, I told everyone I know.
Like checking your phone constantly, just like, oh.
Yeah. Waiting to hear back. I told everybody I possibly knew about it. And everybody would be like, have you heard back yet? Have you heard back yet? No. One day, on my lunch break again, actually, I heard back. And it was a yes, and we were all go for Hellraiser.
Man, that's gonna be mad.
And the process of it was, meetings, organised. Like, we organised everything.
Felt like a proper, like...
Yeah, the amount they look, like, it's taught me a lot about the music industry, because the amount they look into it is actually very deep. Like, everything from colour grading to psychology behind what people like and what people don't like.
See, that's what I've been messing with too, trying to understand the mentality behind people.
That's right. And I think they gave me a bunch of money, like, to fund whatever I wanted to do, and I had a very, very specific vision in mind. Like, I knew that I wanted to do how it came out is exactly what I pictured in my mind in September when I made the song.
Yeah.
So, like, this vision has been consistent, and I've been working on it this whole time. Like, I had it ready way before they were ready to take it on.
No one's come up underneath and gone, this is, like, actually we're taking it a different direction now.
Yeah, that's right. That's why this is my baby. Like, imagine, like, because obviously we put out music, but we don't have endless amount of money to do it with.
No.
Like, to, fully realise the vision. So imagine being able to fully realise the vision for a song. It's the most amazing feeling.
Dude. That'd be so good.
It's the most amazing feeling, and that's why I'm so proud of this release. And also another cool thing is nobody questioned me once when I was like devil hat, vampire fucking logo graphic. Like, I designed the outfit. I designed like I didn't physically do it, but like I came up with every single detail of it. Also, like, you can't really tell on this image, but a cool thing about Hellraiser is if you find it on your, like, maybe your phone will show it more. If you zoom into the cover art on a phone, there's actually hidden, like, stuff on it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I want to try and see if I can actually see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll... Maybe save it and zoom in. Otherwise, I can show you on here, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if I got it on you. Yeah, there's actually hidden shit on the fucking... on the cover art, which is so cool. Let me try to find that for you. But yeah, so doing Hellraiser was an absolute dream come true, and we've put it out and we've had some success. Or it might be a little bit too blurry to see it. I'll show you if I can find the right one. Yeah, it's been an absolute dream doing the Hellraiser release. I'm so proud of this song. Everybody should go check it out for sure.
Everybody definitely go check out Hellraiser.
It's like my most proudest moment so far. Yeah, and also it blends, like, it's like the perfect, like, if I had a sound, it would be my perfect sound here.
Wait, no way.
Crosses and shit. It's actually a face, but you cannot really see the bottom one. But yeah, 666 over there. Cheeky.
Hiding shit, mate. Hiding shit.
Yeah.
Oi, what are you doing?
Yeah, so there's some little mystery. There's some mysteries to find in that song.
Yeah.
And then I think the message of the song is like pretty much what would you do to achieve your dreams, what sacrifices are you willing to make, but it also shows you like the wrong side of that. And it's in the metaphor of doing a deal with the devil and giving up yourself for, say you want to be a rich and famous artist, the steps to get there aren't clear. What are you going to do to get there? Are you going to work hard, or are you going to pay your way?
Yeah, are you going to let the devil take over?
Are you going to let the money and the toxicity take you over? Like, there's just so many... Another cool thing about Hellraiser is you can interpret it in so many different ways, and you can attribute it to your life. Like, how I see it partly is I've never been what my parents if my parents or family or friends had, like, the perfect career view for me.
Yeah.
I've probably not followed that. And so it's like you're going to follow your heart, or you're going to follow the money, or you're going to follow having people's approval. Like, there's so many ways you can interpret the song. So I'm so happy and thankful that it's resonated with people, and I hope it continues to resonate with people. The response has been awesome, and I hope it just continues from here. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So for the last segment of this, for the interview, I'm just going to go through the blog, and then we're going to finish up.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, basically, So from Adelaide, Australia, MC Broads he's never felt like he's fit in, finding a solace in music. He's become inspired to become expressing himself through a new outlet, music. He hopes to provide a voice to the voiceless and support and be a support to his listeners, just as a favorite artist, just as his favorite artists were to him. MC Bros creates a sound that is unique to him through his forward-thinking production style and vulnerability and exploration and relatable experiences such as struggles with mental health, love fitting in, and the world around him, just as you were just talking about and all that. Fuck yeah, man! That's what I'm loving about music. It's not about making a song; it's about the relatability.
Do you want me to read some?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sweet. During his music career, MC Bros has established himself as an artist to watch, with consistent music drops, live shows, and opening for established acts such as JK47 and Arno Faraji. In the future, MC Bros plans to continue experimenting with sounds, play as many live shows as possible, and tell his story the only way he knows how, through music. Holding a metaphorical mirror to the music scene, MC Bros exposes the inner workings of the industry and the sacrifices necessary to succeed. The track explores tall poppy syndrome and the competitive mentality of artists that MC Bros believes is poisoning the industry and limiting the next generation of artists. I love this part, ready? Hellraiser is a unique rap-rock hybrid track combining elements of drill music with heavy rock guitar riffs and a modern hyper-pop style production, resulting in a unique blend of genres. So pick up the trident and grow in your horns, as MC Bros will take you on a journey that's larger than life and not to be missed.
Fuck yeah.
Dope, hey. And this is on Underground Hip Hop Blog, like the national one, like the American one. Like if you scroll up, I think it might show the page. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is on Underground Hip Hop Blog, which is pretty sick.
Alright. So for the actually for the next podcast, I reckon we should just go through like a bunch of these.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's gonna end it for episode 1. And thank you all for listening and basically sticking around until the end.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, it's been awesome having you, man. And thank you for coming in and basically giving me all the information on like Hellraiser and just showing me what you've been doing.
Yeah, everybody should go check it out on Spotify.
Absolutely, go check out
platforms.
Go check out MC Broads on all of his socials. Go check him out on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. Go and check him out on Facebook. Go and check him out on YouTube in general. Do you have YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah. So just go check out MC Bros. That's EMCEE.
BRODZ.
Yeah.
One word.
I was thinking, is that 2 E's or 1 E? Yeah, straight up. All right. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.